You ready? Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special edition of the end of the regular season for the Hilliard Hockey Club. It is the Wildcats taking on the Stealth. It is the #1 team in the OSHL, Hilliard Hockey Club. They got a big win last night against Indian Hill Winter Club, to clinch the #1 seed this year. And it's looking to be a strong matchup as they look to go undefeated on the season. I am James Smirthwaite, joined alongside my co-commentator Anthony Gould. Anthony, how do you see this one shaping out tonight?
I mean, Hilliard's been very competitive all season long. As you said, came off that big win yesterday. I assume they'll keep it going in that direction, which is up. And looking for the undefeated season. Dayton looking at stuff.
We got, I'm seeing William Schudler out here. Notable call for the JV. He's getting in his final game of eligibility, so he can be good for states. Stu, they call him, looking for his first point. He'll probably get. Yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I'm expecting a very physical game. These two teams played earlier in the year, 4-2 win for the club, and a lot of fights broke out in that one.
You gotta imagine we'll see more of that today. Dayton, hungry to get revenge.
This is going to be a close game. We will let the last 2.5 minutes of warm-ups here go by, and we will meet up as we prepare for our opening draw.
Can you hear it here? Now, because I disabled the internal mic on there, so can you hear anything from the live stream right now?
You need to wait for the stream delay.
Yeah, there'll be a delay.
Okay. No, we're not muted right now. Yeah, that sounds better. It sounds better. Yeah.
Alright, let it get there then. So I disabled the internal mic.
Gotcha.
Does it still sound better? Does it sound better?
Yeah, it sounds
I
better.
thought it sounded savage.
Here at the Chiller Dublin.
Screen up just so you can see the live chat.
Yeah.
See who's sharing. They'll tell you if you're live.
Gotcha. Got anthems. Not a usual thing here. And we are getting set to be underway here in Dublin, Ohio. The #1 Hilliard Hockey Club taking on the Dayton Stealth. Stealth have struggled all year to get some wins together, but they always come ready to play for this rivalry game. River Carmody, the starting goalie for Hilliard. Bradley Martin, Joey Riley, Joey Arrett, Charlie Humphreys, and Ben Alexander out there to get us started. And it is getting loud here at the Dub. And we'll lose the draw. Stealth will start with possession here. Working up the right wing, and they'll dump it inside. Bradley Martin back to break it out of zone. Riley. And we'll go up before losing possession. And Alexander will get the drive back started for Hilliard. Dumped in the corner. Stealth putting it behind the net. Humphreys there at the hit to delay possession there. And breaking down in the zone is Dayton. Back the other way. Martin picks it off. Spinning around, escaping the outside. Martin tries to find Riley there. Pass is incomplete, and we'll go back to the other end and resetting for both teams.
You gotta wonder how much energy is gonna play a factor here for Hilliard Hockey Club. They come off a very physical win yesterday.
Watkins enters the zone. Has Kimby with them. Fires it just wide of the net, and the Stealth will start their breakout. Brotherton keeps it in. Remaining on pressure. Rolling back to get it and break it out of their zone. Throwing it up. Picked off at the blue line. It'll be offside. And Hilliard back the other way. Watkins on the corner. Trying to send it in. A big hit there by Stealth. Brotherton at the blue line trying to get it back inside. Kimby bodies him off the puck, and it'll be offside.
Neither team letting up an inch here on the ice.
A minute and a half in here. Not a lot of physical bodies there in the neutral zone.
Very tight defense so far. Got what we expected.
Mason on the draw, wins it. Clevenger tries to put it back up. No Sue on the Hilliard bench. Clevenger moves up. Mason and Huang get into a battle and breaking out for Dayton. Dayton puts it on net, and the first shot of the game goes to the Stealth. Good block and save there from River Carmody. Trying to work it in front of the slot. Shot just wide. Clevenger breaks it out. He's got some room to move it himself. Clevy will dump the puck in and get off. Dump and change for the Wildcats. Dayton taking their time behind the net to break it out. A missed pass in front of the net could have been bad, and they will clear it down the ice, and icing will be called.
2 minutes in the game here, only one shot on goal by either team. The defense is not letting up so far.
Humphrey's line comes back out here to work. Eric steals in the corner. Trying to pass it out. Humphreys behind the net working it. Humphreys spins it, takes a shot, rings it off the pipe.
On a close game like this, chances like that are going to matter down the stretch. The first shot on goal for Hilliard almost goes in.
Riley set to take the draw here. Riley ties it up, takes the shot on the ground. He gets it off behind the net. Dayton will attempt to break it out. Barber there, and it'll sail out of play. Who are some key faces to look out here for on the club?
You got Eric Joseph, obviously the point leader and goal leader. Dylan Kimbleton leading in assists with his playmaking.
And the inside, Watkins trying to work it. Brotherton has at the top, shot deflected away from the net. Kimbleton working on it in the corner. Watkins with them. Watkins tries to get it out, and Dayton will attempt to break it out. Ferrari tries to hold the line. No good there. Back the other way. Gage Shoemaker takes a drive for Dayton Stealth. No good. Sails wide over the net. Kimbleton has it at center. Looking for Brotherton. Pass is intercepted. Baker enters the zone for Dayton. Finds out the far shot for the Stealth, and they strike first.
Just precision and efficiency by the Stealth. Get it right back. No time to waste. Instantly to the back of the net. They are fired up.
And the Stealth, despite not controlling most of possession here early, they have struck first.
Seizing the opportunity they were given.
Mason wins the draw. Clevenger. Back to Martin. Over to Alexander. Alexander trying to fire it up. Still gets through to Francis, who will poke it through and put it on net, and goalie will cover.
A physical game like this, watch out for someone like Caden Francis. 89 hits on the season. By far the team leader.
Cole Barber has just left the ice and has returned to the lobby of the rink. We will keep you updated on that. And back the other way is the Stealth. Stealth breaking it in. Trying to find out front. Martin breaks up a pass. Could have been dangerous. Centered on that. The pad stopped there from Carmody there. And Dayton will regather their thoughts in the neutral zone. Stealth trying to break it back in. Stolen away by Martin. Martin spins outside. And will attempt the breakout pass. Stolen away by Stealth behind the net. Could have been dangerous. Clevenger trying to get it out of the zone. A hardboard battle there, and Stealth will remain in possession. Fires it on net just wide. Martin again behind the net. Martin with space to skate it. Will dump it in deep and get a line change here for the Wildcats. On the side here, breaking it out. Good pass there to the center. Stealth trying to drive, delays, goes to the middle. Riley poking it away. Wallen plays it up to Riley. Pass will be no good, and Stealth will remain in possession. Putting it up to the corner. Riley there to a big hit to interrupt there. Errett playing it over to Huang. Huang will play it in deep. Physical game here brought by the Wildcats so far. Riley goes down behind the net. Some little action away from the puck. Breaking out of the zone is the Stealth. Broken up by Huang, and it'll be offside.
Hilliard is not letting go of the puck. They're fighting like their life depends on it. You gotta imagine once they start getting those shots rolling, one will have to fall.
11:40 left to play here in the first period. 1-0 Dayton lead.
Not gonna be a quick game. Both teams really want this one.
Face off goes way deep into the Dayton zone. Racing towards it on the breakout opportunity. Martin intercepts it at the blue line. Kimbleton, after it pops out, good move by him. Kimbleton comes in the zone. Called offside.
Gotta be very disappointed for Kimbleton. He made the defender look silly on that one.
Hilliard offense. They've been able to generate some opportunities so far, but really nothing too dangerous that Dayton's had to defend against.
Yeah, I think that's what made us still stand out and get that goal. There are multiple, not a lot of scoring chances, but they both were very effective.
Brotherton out there for the Wildcats, and Stealth will break it out of his zone. Baxter coming in, shot. Easy glove save for River Carmen.
Dayton's spacing out well here. It looks very organized. It wasn't the greatest shot, but a good chance still. We're going further.
11:10 remaining here in the first period. Mason on it, causing pressure, will dump it deep into the Hilliard zone. Martin there to recover. Finagling its way to the front of the net could have been dangerous. Gets it away. Francis looking for a hit. Mason plays it out of the center. Mason on the breakout pass to Clevenger. Clevenger finds Francis, gets a tip on it. Francis goes racing for it. We'll get it in deep. Clevenger there to pick the man up. Mason put it in low. And the Stealth will go back the other way. Ferrari dumps it back in deep, but offside. Clevenger racing in. Francis in the corner. Wallen holds it at the blue line. Stealth able to get it out though. Joey Errett. Wallen on it. Puts it back up to the center ice at the red line, and we'll put it in the penalty box out of play.
Really been the same story for the majority of this game. Hilliard has controlled it, but not shot it very effectively. If Dayton ends up possessing the puck a little more, it's going to be scary for Hilliard.
Errett coming through the Dayton defenders. Humphreys behind the net, working it. Put it back down low in the company. Humphreys still battling below the net. A little slash there. Riley takes a shot, blocked in front. Humphreys a shot just over the net and off the glass behind. Riley regains possession for Hilliard. Big hit by him. Humphreys battling with Riley in the corner, forcing him back. Errett on it now. Chapman plays it out for Stealth. Wolf back the other way for Dayton. Good switching move there. And he will play it in deep. No icing on the play. Wallen. Just trying to get it out. Whatever he can. Good lead pass to Barney, who can't play out of midair, and they will call icing on the play.
Interesting about the refs here. I saw multiple dump-ins from behind the red line. I'll call it icing by Dayton.
9 minutes remain here in the first period. Only Dayton has struck so far.
If Dayton can win this one, it's going to be big. They have not had an offensive zone, but when they have, it's been effective.
Martin trying to play it out for Kimbleton, who will get a stick on it. Trying to find Luke, who will get it in deep there. That was Martin. Behind the net now, Barney pressuring on him. Just playing up the boards. Wong bats it in. Off the shin pads of the Stealth player, and it'll come back out. Wong trying to escape it. Backhand pass in front. Stealth in a dangerous position. Save, though, from Carmody, who makes it look easy.
Right in front of the goalie again, Hilliard. You start to get worried about all these chances that they're giving up to Dayton when they get off the zone. If more chances come, more goals will fall for Dayton.
8:30 remaining here in the first period. Martin plays it behind. Stu out there for the Wildcats. Watkins trying to play it up. He's got Stu again at center ice. Brotherton, though, still in the rush. Stu loses an edge. Wong over, shot. Save there from Stealth.
And that hit came in. It was like a domino effect. People were slipping. Cross-ice pass. Physicality starting to come in.
Dayton answering the call that they've been wrong. Face-off won by Hilliard. Dump back in deep, though. Stu in the corner with it. Pressure by Watkins, who will get it out, but Stealth remains in possession. Martin there to break up the pass, and it'll go in deep. Racing on his Wong, beats his man, and will attempt to break it out. Almost picked off in front. Martin will get it and put it into a safe space. Martin up to Watkins. Watkins trying to chip it in front to someone. And in transition now is Dayton as McKesser for the Stealth comes in. Watkins on the corner. Just trying to play it out. Shot there from the top. Stu beats his man. Toe drag to the middle. Liam Stu fires it in and will get off the ice for a change. Good change from him. Mason now in the corner. Francis tries to take a run. Will end up on the ice himself before being in transition back the other way. Ferrari looking for a little poke there, and Terrell will curl it back the other way for the Stealth. Clevenger keeps the line. And will fire it in deep. And losing it in his feet there. Francis pounces on the opportunity. And Mason there on it. Switching the ice is the Stealth. Trying to play it up. Francis gets it up to Ferrari. Ferrari just puts it back in deep. Clevenger with it in the corner. Dipsy doodling around with it. Mason on the board battle, and it'll come out to Alexander, who will send it back in deep.
And since that first goal, it's been a very, very physical stalemate here. Not a lot of chances being produced. One in the net.
In front of the ice. Almost a great opportunity for the Wildcats to come on. Arrett in the corner, working it out. Has Clevenger in front. A shot. Can't connect on the pass. Back the other way is the Stealth. And they will send it in deep. Joey Riley there. And sends it up to Arrett. In transition, Arrett has it. Looking for a move. Arrett still remaining in possession. Sends it in front. He scores. Out in front, it's Charlie Humphreys. Tying the game up at 1.
Two great chances for Hilliard there. The second one falls. Crucial goal. They were attacking all first period. Finally broke the stalemate. Tie it back up.
And with 5:40 to go here in the first period, it is all tied up. Watkins fires in the chest of the defender, loses it for a second, and Stealth will break back out the other way. Stolen away by Kimby at the blue line. Watkins is in. Oh, two big hits there from the Stealth. And it'll go back into the corner. Stealth trying to break it out. Watkins there to break it up. One intercepting pass. Brotherton with it. onside. Shot that'll be deflected away in front of the net. Dayton with it now. Wallen loses it. Just tries to poke it out. Wallen up to Kimbleton. Kimbleton, he's got speed with him. Wolf steals it away. Kimbleton being held onto a little bit there. Clevenger will come into the zone and attempt to keep the line.
Noticing a lot more physicality since that last goal. It seems like both teams scoring really broke up in this game.
Clevenger, a shot in front. Francis at the side of the net. Breaking it in. Whistle blown. No goal, but a fight has broken out here. Maybe a preview of what's to come.
There's a player in the net. Chaos is ensuing on the ice right now. We were expecting this. Goalie threw his stick angrily here. I'm not sure at what. They called a goal? No. A lot going on here.
And it looks like matching penalties will be assessed. Hamilton in frustration.
Both big center of the box are fighting. We're expecting this.
It will remain 5-on-5 here. Penalties were offsetting, and Cole Barber has returned back to the bench. 4:40 left to play here in the first period.
Important for Hillier to stay calm here after those tensions. We'll get a quick one here because the goalie was extra mad. He threw his stick in anger. I'm not really sure what he was mad about.
Mason on the draw. Kind of tied up there, trying to work to the front of the net. Francis there in the corner. Hits being thrown again. Penalty coming up here as Mason is dumped in the corner. And Shoemaker will go to the box with a trip.
We're going to watch the crowd's getting loud too.
Surprise!
And it's all breaking out.
Here, he's bitching about me to the ref.
And after a quick penalty kill, Humphreys will win it back to Martin. And Hilliard will get set here on the power play. Riley over to Humphreys in the corner. Humphreys working it back up to Riley. Over to Martin. Martin puts it back down to Eric. Eric will drive the top of the circle, steeps possession, and will put it in the corner in the space. Clevenger tripped on the play, and they'll get that one as well.
Not even a minute since that fight broke out. We've had 2 penalties.
There's no need at this point, is there, for me to, no need. They'll handle it themselves.
It seemed to be an issue with Barber's skate blade as he takes a quick skate out on the ice and comes back to the bench to see if it's good. He seems happy with it as it'll be a 5-on-3 opportunity here for the Wildcats. Late in the first period. Face off, Eric wins it back to Martin. Martin over to Riley. Eric. Quarterbacking it is Martin, who will put the shot over to Riley. Riley in front, no good there. Martin. Back over to Humphreys. Humphreys, the shot. Block the save. It's in front of the net, and it'll be cleared out by Dayton, and the Stealth will have a chance to recover.
There's a scrum in front of the net there. Dayton coach not happy, no call. Asking the ref to watch the holding.
Martin breaks it in the zone, stolen away though. Clevenger will regroup for the Wildcats. Humphreys with it at the blue line. Playing it, trying to play it in front for Riley. Intercepted, and 40 seconds remain on the first Dayton penalty. 3 minutes to go in the period. 1-1 is your score as Martin is coming up into the zone. Dashing across the line. Martin delays it to the outside for Watkins. Watkins with it. Puts it back up top to Martin. Martin plays it on over to Brotherton. Brotherton winds up a shot off the pipe. Watkins recovers in the corner, playing off of Martin. Just missing on the pass. Harmony holds it and will play it out to Martin. Finds Brotherton with speed. Brotherton coming in to the zone. Plays it back down to Ferrari. Over to Watkins. Watkins playing across to Brotherton, who has nothing on the play. Watkins in front of the net. Shot just off the mark. Brotherton plays it up top to Ferrari again. Ferrari trying to take a shot. And the penalty is being assessed in front of the net. Francis being told to go to the box.
I believe that's the same two people who were scrumming earlier. Same position at least. It's getting physical here.
Another matching penalty called on the play. And Hilliard will still be on the power play for 9 seconds.
No goal on the power play unless one comes in these 9 seconds. You're going to be really disappointed if you're Hilliard. Feels like they were in complete control here, but haven't finished the job.
2:15 remaining in the first period. Riley on the draw, puts it in the Dayton corner. Humphreys working it. Penalty now expiring. We are go back to even strength. Eric puts it up to Wong, who fires it off the shins there of a Dayton defender who looks a little injured on the play. That was Weckesser. Humphreys in the corner, tripped up. Humphreys still battling with it though. Wallen sends it back in deep. Finds Eric in front of the net. Nothing there as it is broken up again. Breaking it out of the zone. Back the other way is Wolf for the stealth. Wolf drags it to the inside. Puts on a shot. Rebound. Uncontrolled. Barely lives to see another day. Easy save for Harmony, who goes pad stack on the corner. Wallen trying to play it out. No good. Puts it in front for Weckesser. Trying to get an ice, no good. Riley getting into it. The big hit there from him. Played in deep and a line change coming.
Dayton's offense looks scary when they're in the zone. They haven't gotten a lot of opportunities. But when they're there, they're taking great shots.
Under a minute to play here. Scary moment in front of their own net. Kimbleton trying to play it out, looking for a chip call. Nothing coming. Offside though.
No arm up there is a bit surprising. 40th play for Hilliard. I'd really want this face-off one of how scary Dayton's offense has been when they have a chance.
They've had the chance. They look good when they have the chance to work it in deep.
I've had a lot of those chances though. Hilliard possessed the puck for what felt like forever.
Kimbleton wins the draw. Stolen away though shortly, but Hilliard will remain in possession as it goes offside. Finds Brotherton streaking. Brotherton, good move to the inside. Little high of a hit and diving out for it. Henry for the stealth.
Yeah, that stealth player stayed on top of him for a long time after that hit. I know what this anger's about.
Kimbleton arguing with the strikes. No call will be made. Kimbleton trying to win to the inside, going for a quick shot. Brotherton has it in the corner, fires it. Wide and around, Alexander there to hold the line. Gets around him, back the other way, it's Baxter. For the stealth and an easy save there for Carmody, and he will hold on. "20 seconds remaining. Face off, kind of up in arms there. Trying to get it out in front of the net. Riley clears it away. 10 seconds to go in the period. Stealth holding on to it. Looking for maybe one last drive to the front. Riley steals away. Quick shot by Riley. A good shot there. Glove save from Dayton, and that'll do it for the end of the period. 1-1 is your score after one. What'd you think of that one?
If I'm Hilliard, I'm worried about how effective Dayton's offense is when they are in the offensive zone. They're grateful that it hasn't been a lot. And if I'm Dayton, I'm trying to be more disciplined. A 5-on-3 there, they got a big break when it wasn't scored.
He's talking to the ref about
Sorry.
me talking to his players. Are you on the...
17 minutes put back on the clock. We are still tied at 1. A brand new game will be set to play. Coaches talking to their players. And yeah, the physicality's really been brought out today.
It has been. I've loved it, honestly. Gotta imagine the message for Dayton is more attack. Try and get it out of the defensive zone, because if they get it out of there, they look scary. I mean, very effective.
Same line that started the game will be out now. Humphreys on the wing. Riley out there. And Eric. Martin and Alexander on the backside. And we're getting set to be underway here in the second period.
I'm Hilliard. I'm also trying to be a little more patient off in the zone. They had a lot of chances, but it looked like their shots came out a little quick. Pass it around a little more, maybe.
Barrett and Baker lining up for the opening draw. Whistle blown, and here we go. We are underway here in the second period. Face off one back for Alexander. Alexander now working it back up for Hilliard. Alexander took a shot, rims it a while around the glass. Humphreys back with it to regroup. Tries to flip it in. Batted down by the stealth player in transition. Kressel. Alexander steals away. Trying to play it up. No ice call, and it'll soar deep in the Dayton zone. D to D it goes behind the net. Good pressure now from the Wildcats. Puts it on net. Aaron in front. Can't get a stick on it. Riley finishing his check on the stealth player. Gets back in the zone. Easy save there from Carmen. Martin with room to skate. 3-on-2 for the Wildcats. Back the other way. Martin going wide on the shot. Puts it into the mask. Mask falling off of the goalie. Reeves will make the first 2 saves, and the whistle will be called on the play.
Great commitment to not give up on the play. Mask falls off. Hilliard coming out swinging in the second period. Ref having to work with goalie.
16 minutes to go. We are just 1 minute elapsed into this second period. Martin trying to get his team going there for a nice 3-on-2 opportunity. Driving to the outside and wires a shot off the mask of Reeves. Kimbleton on the draw. Brotherton right behind him. Brotherton plays it back to Fry. Fry takes a quick shot in front. Watkins can't get a stick on it. Kimbleton, Watkins in front. Brotherton takes a shot covered up by Reeves.
I gotta say, much more effective chances by Hilliard to start this second period. Only a minute elapsed, they've taken a few shots and all look pretty good. Goalie's doing well though for Dayton.
Same face-off lineup we saw before. Kimbleton winning it back to Barber. Barber's gonna try and put it in deep, blocked away. Barber puts it back down in the zone, and Kimbleton will regroup for Hilliard. Kimbleton off the stick, trying to drive it, and a lot of turnovers at neutral ice as Weckeser for Dayton will try to bring it back up. Barber puts it ahead to Watkins. Watkins up to Kimbleton. Kimbleton with a step, has Barber with him. Takes the shot, no good, off the shoulder of Reeves, and we'll go back in the corner for Kimbleton. Kimbleton in the corner, trying to play it out. Tripped on the play. Call coming. Power play opportunity again for the Wildcats. Extra tackler out in the ice. Ferrari with it behind the net, regrouping. Clevenger puts it back down low to Brotherton. After switching the ice, switching again over to Clevenger. We'll poke it ahead to Watkins, who plays it up for Barber. Barber, 3-on-2. Takes a shot wide of the net. Clevenger in the zone. Puts it over to Kimbleton. Kimbleton with it. Good pass to Brotherton. And Stealth gets a stick on it, and we will head to the power play.
Great job by Hilliard making the delayed penalty count, turning a 2-minute minor into a 3-minute power play, really.
14:40 to go here in the second period. 1-1 still your score. And heading to the power play, the Wildcats look to get things going with their power play one.
Back off. Wait for our back checkers. Make this study out.
Humphreys wins it back. Martin with it. Martin holding on to it at the top. Finds Riley over, who takes a shot on net off the ankle of Kimbleton, who will still be able to play it out. Humphreys over to Kimbleton in front. No good. Shot is blocked, deflected away. Riley. And away from the puck, it looked like someone had cross-checked Kimbleton. And another 5-on-3 opportunity here for the Wildcats.
Wow, Dayton is getting mad at their own team right now on the bench with a lot of anger. Another 5-on-3 chance for Hilliard. Couldn't capitalize on the last one. Gotta imagine there's a good chance here. If they continue that effective offense they did before, even though it's not even strength, if they continue that now, I don't see how one doesn't fall.
Stealth coach letting his players know of the trying to get them on point with their passing lane blocking options. Humphreys on the draw. Referee wasn't set, so they will whistle it dead.
And shout for one of the players in the penalty box. Long conversation here. Sure.
Good opportunity here for the Wildcats, looking to capitalize on another 5-on-3. They got a minute and 39 to do it.
Yeah, I have to imagine one falls here. I mean, can't be sure, but with how effective they were, even on even strength, coming out this period, good chance. Ref making the call to the coach.
We are good.
Play ball.
Humphreys wins it back to Martin. Martin at the top of the zone will play it over. Back to Humphreys. Humphreys trying to drive the inside. Takes a shot. Trying to dig it in short side. No good. Kimbleton's stick there almost held on to there. Errant will play it over. Martin with space. Shooting right in the shin pads of Kimbleton, who's behind the net. Still being able to make a play. It'll pop out in front. Covered by Reeves.
I love the screening by Hilliard here with 2-man advantage. Using one of those extra men just as a blockade for the goalie.
They look good. Good opportunity over at the Wildcats. Riley plays it back to Martin. Martin back over to Humphreys. Humphreys back over to Martin. Martin one fires behind the net. Kimbleton. Reeves out of position. And Dayton will be able to clear the puck down. A minute left to go on the first Dayton penalty.
I'm Hilliard. My mindset is go down and do it again. Good chance, just didn't go in the net.
Martin breaking the puck back into the zone. Good edge work from him. He will play it across to Humphreys. Over to Errant. Errant. Down low to Humphreys. A quick one-timer shot off the mask again. Humphreys battling for it behind the net. Kimbleton works it back out into space. Back to Humphreys, a one-timer shot. Saved by Reeves.
This Dayton goalie is an absolute hero right now. Hilliard is pounding away. Goalie not letting up.
13 minutes remain here in the second period. 20 seconds on the first Dayton penalty. 5-on-3 still for the Wildcats.
I love Hilliard. There's basically been a man in front of the goalie the entire power play.
Goes down low. Power play 2 out to work for the Cats. Clevenger trying to find Watkins in the corner. This is the one-timer opportunity. Barber there, working for it. Plays it out, and it'll go out of the zone, and that'll do it for the first penalty. Oh, still 5-on-3. One of the Dayton players is a little bit of a miscommunication in the box. One of the players was supposed to come out. Clevenger will execute on it.
I missed that too. There's still 2 minutes on the top penalty. Well, not anymore after the goal.
One of the Dayton players was supposed to come out of the box. They just didn't. And capitalizing on it was Clevenger with a great top shelf shot in the slot.
And they still have 2 minutes on a power play here. That was great. I'm not sure how much a 5-on-3 versus 5-on-4 difference is going to make. I think they still have a good chance here to put another one in. It's all around great offense. Ref's saying the scoreboard is wrong. Not sure what.
10-second power play for the Wildcats before coming back to even strength. Oh my, Ferrari taking them down. And the Cats will go on the kill after taking the lead.
And a big advantage for Dayton here. As we said, they've struggled to get in the offensive zone, but with the man advantage, they could finally do that, and their offense has been amazing when they were in the zone. Big game moment here.
Dayton's going to be setting up on the power play for the first time here this afternoon. Referee still needing to talk it out.
Might be with a scoreboard.
Yeah.
Here. The scoreboard says 140 up, but the penalty is over.
I believe it is just a visual issue.
Yeah, the penalty box is empty for Dayton. So it is a 5-on-4 for Dayton power play. And this is a big moment for them. They've also got to make sure not to get down to a 4-on-4 here. They've struggled all night.
Their discipline has not been too good. 12:20 left to play here in the second period.
Long stop here.
Referee taking time out of his day to talk to the big Cliff Sawicki.
So they are sending a man back to the box.
And I am completely confused at this point.
I don't know what's happening. They brought him out of the box, said it was an error in the scoreboard, and they just threw him back in there. So seemingly it'll be a 4-on-4. 141 on the Dayton penalty. So still, nonetheless, a lot of empty space for Dayton. Hopefully, we can get off in the zone for them, and hopefully for Hilliard. Prevent that. Really long stop here. I'm not sure what's going on. I cannot explain that, what just happened in the penalty box there.
No. They're ready to play 4-on-4 for a minute and 40. Humphreys on the draw. Will win it back. Wallen in the corner. Takes a small slash there. Humphreys will work it out to Eric. Joey Eric, 1-on-1. Puts it, trying to put it between the legs of the Dayton defender. And it'll come back out. Wallen intercepts it. Plays it out to Humphreys. Humphreys, good toe jack from him. Works it around pressure. Humphreys trying to put it into space. For Eric, poking away at it. No good there. And a slash. Late on the call.
More strong in front of the net. We're not even down to 10 minutes yet in this period. It's Spellinger played a full second period.
It's 21 people watching in the live stream with us. Appreciate that. Glad to have you with us for a special edition of our broadcast here tonight. 12 minutes remain. Hilliard with a 2-1 lead. Playing it out is Wesselmaker for the stealth. Wesselmaker on Alexander, who is great move from him. Plays it across. Shot. No good. Saved by Carmody.
He made 3-man miss on that.
Great move from Wesselmaker.
That was nasty. And once again, another great chance for Dayton in the offensive zone.
Gotta give credit where credit's due. And with 11:40 left to play here, a minute to go in the 4-on-4. Martin will play it behind his own net. Out to Clevenger. Clevenger trying to center it for Kimbleton. Will be intercepted acutely. Clevy will put it up to Martin, who will dump it in deep into space. Pressel racing onto it for Dayton. Will play it out. Alexander intercepts at the line. And stealth back on it. 30 seconds to go on the Dayton penalty. Put it out in front in a dangerous space. Not able to put a stick on it there. And Martin able to get it out of danger for the Wildcats. Martin plays it up to Clevenger. Clevenger coming down the line with Kimbleton. Clevenger fires a shot, saved by Dayton.
And this does not feel like a 2-1 game. Hilliard in complete control, really. I will say Dayton's goalie has looked nice out there. A lot of big breaks for Dayton. But felt like sure to be goals for Hilliard.
No avail. 10:50 to go here in the first period. 12 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4. Wallen will hold the line. Put it back down low. Coming out of the box. Dayton on it. Big hit by Riley, and it comes to the middle. Shot. Blocker save by Carmody. Watkins will try to play it out of the corner. Riley batting it down over there. Riley on it still. Hawking it down. Watkins. Good move from him. He's kind of hooks.
Good.
Watkins trying to work it around. Hooked on the play, and Hilliard back on the power play.
Dayton really got to get up on their discipline. Coming to the second half of this game now.
One back to Martin. Martin with it. At the top, Martin takes a shot. Rebounded out in front. Early whistle by the referee.
Yeah, that was quite the early whistle. I'm not really sure what he saw there.
Reeves got the initial save, and They whistle it there. Face off contested. Stealth will get it out of the zone. Working it back in deep. They like to play it. Wolf on it. With Riley. Riley finishing his check into the corner. Martin over to Eric. Eric coming through. Breaking in the zone. Has come from behind him. Eric. He's going to drive it behind the net. Looking for an option. Puts it up top to Martin. Martin with space. Fires a shot. No good. Eric puts it back down low to Kimbleton. Kimbleton below the net. Has Riley driving in front. Joey Riley on the power play. It's 3-1 Wildcats. Hey, finally it's all on a power play. Dayton been up box all day. It's going to come back to bite you eventually, and it does here. Beautiful setup. Way to go, guys! And the message for Dayton has to be stay out of the box, or else Hilliard's going to run away with this thing. Owen Mason to take the draw at center, putting the goon line in. Francis on it. Barber working it back up. A little miscommunication there on the wall. And it'll be put back in. Good job by Ferrari to put it out of trouble, but back through is Dayton coming in the zone. Francis now breaking it out for Hilliard. Just out of reach for Will Barney. And Stealth will put it deep into the zone. Barney. Barney on it. Trying to get it out. Hard aggressive play from him. Ferrari. Sticks flying everywhere. Ferrari now with it. Trying to play it to Barney. He's not with him. Back into the corner. Barber in the corner and out in front. No good. Another shot over the net. Carmody doesn't have to do much there. Pressel will have it in the neutral zone for Dayton as they will shuffleboard it back in. Barber trying to play it out. Chapman catches it for a second. Pressel coming around and will wheel it into the net. Easy pad stop there from River. Barber being pushed off the puck. Still able to control it. Barber working with it. Hooks for a second. No call. And a big hit on the boards. And another call against Dayton.
I mean, that was blatant. There's no arguing. These aren't close calls here. They just haven't been disciplined.
Trying to cheap shot any second they get.
It was agreed.
I mean, it's been that kind of game so far.
It's center ice. Hilliard has done good at not getting angry at that, not acting emotionally. In the one fight. They're staying disciplined.
Ref will have to talk to coach once again on the Stealth bench.
Seems to be a reoccurring theme here. And it's got to be disappointing for Dayton here, where, once again, said this countless times, it feels like, but when they are in the offensive zone, they are effective. But it's very hard to get in the offensive zone on a power play.
They'll give it a 2 and 10. A 10-minute misconduct on the play.
He went really low. It was like dead center of the back. It was, yeah.
He will be out of the game for until the third period. 2-minute power play still for the Wildcats. Won't be in the zone for some reason. And Clevenger with it, regrouping for Hilliard. Clevenger plays it off the boards, bank pass to Ferrari. Ferrari has Watkins on the drop. Watkins playing it in. Ferrari trying to go back up top. Barber with it there, and it'll travel deep into the zone. Clevenger with it to regroup for Hilliard. Missed pass, Brotherton with it now. Sends it over to Watkins. Watkins driving the zone. Watkins drop pass to Clevenger. Finishing the check. Barber, shot off the blocker. Rebounds right in front. Watkins looking for a hit. Ferrari, good hit there. Cleared away by the Stealth with a minute to go here in the penalty. Brotherton wheeling it over to Kimbleton. Kimbleton breaking into the zone. Kimbleton spin move, delays. Good possession from him. Brotherton with it. Brotherton puts a shot on net. Shot off, goes in the corner. Humphreys with it over to Kimbleton, still below the net. Clevenger sends it over to Martin. Martin spinning around, taking his time with it. 35 seconds to go on the power play. Puts it down low, it goes there. Can't get the shot off. Eric bodying on the puck. Clevenger gets it over to Humphreys, a shot, and it'll be gloved by Reeves.
Dayton played a beautiful game so far. You didn't put the work. Hilliard's been here off the zone almost all day. We've left 3 goals, but at some point you can't run that.
30 seconds to go on the power play. Humphreys with it for Kimbleton. Kimbleton below the net. Waiting. Scissor pass to Martin, who tries to play it in deep. Comes out of his zone. On the breakaway is Wesselmaker for Dayton. Wesselmaker with Riley channel behind him. Riley will get a stick on it. Good back check from Riley, who will now break the ankles of Wesselmaker. Martin back the other way for Hilliard. Penalty over, even strength. Martin a shot, puts it on over the shoulder of Reeves. Didn't even know he got a piece of it. Kimbleton behind the net, trying to center it out in front for Humphreys. No play will be made though. Back the other way, Riley. Good pass break up there with the skate. Eric puts it back down low. And coming out with it is Humphreys, trying to set it ahead for Riley, and ice will be called.
Great series of defensive shots by Riley there. I thought for sure they'd have an easy shot on a breakaway, 1-on-1 with the goalie. Riley coming in from nowhere. Lots of pass break up on the forward.
Francis on the draw, wins it back to Wallet. 5.5 to go here in the second period. 3-1 is your score for Hilliard. Francis gets a stick on it for losing it and back in the zone. Schmuck putting it in. Huang with it. Breakout pass to Barney, who will get a stick on it. Just out of reach though. Sent back down. Icing on the play.
And when Dayton doesn't have someone in the box and they're clearing, it feels like they're dumping. I'm not a big fan of that strategy. It's a new for zone, just going on to it. I like to see more patience, let it develop a little bit. Like anything goes wrong, they're listening to the zone.
Barney immediately takes a run at the guy. Wong, good blue line keep. Wong fires it on net. Glove save by Reeves.
It's always the only thing we can do.
Yeah. Maybe about 20 shots for Hilliard so far. Trying to send it from Mason in front. Francis has it in the corner. Puts it down low for Mason. Mason behind the net. Putting it back up top for Wallen. Wallen just sending it back down low. Francis on it though. Barney hustles in the corner for it. Wallen intercepts at the blue line. Wallen losing possession for a second. Kicks it off with his skate. Barney, stick will be slashed out of his hands. Wong intercepts the puck at center ice. Francis tries to play it up. Intercepted by Dayton. Francis losing possession for a second, but keeps it. Wong will send it over. And no ice called on the play. Hustling for a line change now. Hilliard gets a fresh set of bodies on the ice. Played over to Harris. Harris for the stealth, breaking into the zone. Francis, little hook there, no call. Alexander in the corner. Francis still remaining on the ice. He's having a little bit of a long shift. He's getting physical. Played out in front. No pass there. Alexander will attempt to break out to Eric. Pad save by Carmody. Puts it back out in front. Shot. No good. Back out in front. Shot from the front. Pad save by Carmody as it goes over the corner again. Francis breaking it out to Humphreys. Line changing now. Arrett back in the zone. Arrett has Humphreys with him. It's up in the air. No good as it goes in the corner. 3.5 to play here in the second period. Hilliard's retaining the 3-1 lead still. Arrett, great play at the blue line to keep it in. And back the other way, it's 2-on-2. Ferrari back checking. Great stick on the puck. And Riley will play it in the corner. Humphreys plays it up. Pressel for Dayton. With the jump on it, over to Westmaker. Westmaker takes a quick shot, no good. Maybe off the skate there for Ferrari as it goes back down low. Arrett puts it up to Humphreys, who will just shoot it up out of danger. Riley hustling on it. Quick series of passes there for Dayton, and a glove save from Carmody.
They were worried there for Hilliard. Few offensive possessions for Dayton. It was like the only time they've been in the offensive zone really is when Hilliard is coming over in their defensive zone. Dayton not generating much offense on their own. Nice special possession for them there. Hilliard, great defense.
2:40 left to play here in this second quarter. Period. Gosh darn it. I got the Super Bowl in my mind already, eh? Trying to play it out. No good. Held back in, and Martin will have it. Hilliard struggling to get out of their zone right now. Pressel will get on it for Dayton, and they will transition already back in. Barber with it. Over to Martin. Martin behind the net, working it. Martin will just send it in deep, and icing will be called.
They're coming for Dayton. I don't think they've had a penalty in the last 10 minutes. Very big reward for them. Still do have the man in the box for me.
2 minutes left to go. Harmony still standing strong in net so far after this renewed sense of pressure from the stealth. Pressel being forechecked hard by Francis. Francis a great hit in the corner. Mason on it. Mason will play it back out. And Martin has it at the inside his own zone, looking to make a play happen. Martin with speed. Coming across the red into the blue. Martin coming across the middle, looking for a trip, no call. Plays it back up top. Barber on it, trying to keep it down low. Francis will have it. Playing it over to Martin, or Clevenger, sorry. And he will regroup by sending it back in deep.
I love that hit by Miller against the board. This is the right message. A lot of
Barber with some great stick moves at the blue. Clevenger puts it in front. And another save from Reeves.
I love that hit by Hilliard there.
Your mic's still working? Awesome. Now, in between the periods, I have a charger so we can charge them really fast if we need to do that.
Sweet.
I love that hit by Hilliard there. We're seeing the 30 hits by Dayton. That's good hit.
Kane Francis, the team leader, hits for a reason. Wong will miss getting the puck back in and miss again on the pass. Riley intercepts it at the zone. Riley a shot, sends it over the head of Reeves. Wong trying to battle it back in. Arrett trying to play it out. Wallen puts it down low to Humphreys. Humphreys, 40 seconds remaining here in the second period. 3-1 Hilliard. Hit by Riley. Trying to keep possession there. And we're down to 30 seconds on the clock. In the corner with it. Humphreys plays it up to Wong. Wong fires a shot off the stick. Arrett back over to Humphreys. Humphreys, quick shot. Plays it just high. Wallen unable to keep the zone. Wallen plays it over to Riley. Riley up to Errett. Errett will go racing in with 5 seconds to go on the clock. Humphreys with it, battling along the boards, and that'll do it for your second period. 3-1 the score, and a fight breaking out. Late hit on Charlie Humphreys. Referee sorting things out. Benches already clearing to head to the intermission. And 3-1 is your score. What do you see so far, Anthony?
That was a much better period by Hilliard. Much more effective in the offensive zone. The shots felt high quality. And Dayton, obviously, it's driven now, but a lot of scattered turnovers. They clean. Even at the end of the period there, it seemed like that was what they were thinking.
And we will head to break. We will see you back in the nice cut. 3-1 is your score. See ya, Hilliard Hockey Club. We are back, Hilliard Hockey Club fans, for another period of action here. It's Stealth versus the Hilliard Hockey Club Wildcats. And here we go. We are underway here in the third period. Barber on it, sends it back in deep. Eric Humphreys and Riley out on offense. Martin and Barber backstopping. Riley in front, a shot no good. In the corner with it now. Humphreys battling onto it. Martin will try to stop it from coming out. Humphreys a little hit off the puck there. We'll send it back in deep. Baker. Barber coming in. Barber will send it back for the reverse. Another reverse. Barber on it. In the corner, Stealth has regained possession, but Martin intercepts it in front of the net. Martin with it. Over to Humphreys. Humphreys, a little struggle on receiving the pass. Finds Riley, who will get a stick on the puck. And gone already here in the first period.
Much more tight defense from Dayton here to start up this period off.
Martin now breaking out of the Hilliard zone. He's going to take it himself. Martin coming down in deep. Martin backhands in 5-hole. Bradley Martin 4-1 Hilliard.
Like I said, tighter defense, but a tighter defense. If you let something slip through, it slips through big time. Straight through the goal, a beautiful 5-hole shot.
And Bradley Martin showcasing the speed. Minute 15 into the game, or in the third period. Kimbleton to take the center ice draw. Kimbleton will tie up there at center ice. Playing it back. Dayton. Watkins on it for pressure. Playing it over. Stealth will try to play it up. Watkins on it. Stick check away. Played in deep. Brotherton on the puck. Back down low for Kimbleton. Kimbleton attempting to break it out. Good stop and move from him there. Gets it out to Brotherton, who comes across to Watkins. Watkins one-on-one with the Stealth players. Watkins almost able to work it around before just trying to center back up top. Kimbleton with it in the corner, working down low behind the net. Kimbleton, good toe drag. Brotherton in front, missing wide of the net. And attempting to work it back out. Ferrari holds the line. Puts it back in deep. Blocks in front. Toe drag around. Stealth will be able to break it out of the zone. And it'll come back down. Alexander racing onto it, and icing is the call. 2 minutes gone here in the third period.
Hilliard not letting up in this third period, coming out swinging.
4-1 so far. 14:45 on the clock.
Not a lot of stoppage as opposed to the first 2 periods here.
Face off one back. Francis trying to play it over to Wallen. Intercepted on the play. Harris will put it deep. Delayed penalty. Icing either way. And Francis will go to the box.
Hate to see that in such a physical game. American 100 hits this season.
With 14:30 remaining here in the third period, a 2-minute minor will be assessed to Francis on a high stick.
Bit of a twist. Hilliard going to the box first to start off this third period.
Face-off loss. Clevenger, Western playing it in. Mason in the corner, plays it behind the Wallen. Tied up in the middle. Mason will get a shot off. Wallen will block it away. And the puck will escape the zone, and a chance to regroup now for the Wildcats. Barney coming out, who will just send it back in. And Wolf bringing it back up for the Wildcats. Clevenger will clear it away.
Dayton's getting nothing done this period.
1:15 gone in the penalty. Or 1:15 remaining in the penalty. Barney, good steal. Carter's go back the other way. His stick is lifted, and Dayton will regain possession and force back in their own end. Puts it in deep. Bank pass. Saved by Carmody there. Could have been dangerous, and Wong will just air it back down. Puts it on net and covered up by Reeves.
And this has not felt like a Dayton power play so far. Area possessing it. Area controlling it.
Liam Schudler and Barney out. Stu takes the draw. Barney, a backhander shot wide of the net. Stu will put it back up to Martin, who works it back out of the zone. Calling for it is Stu, and no good. 35 seconds to go on the PK. Barney with a stick to end that drive for Dayton, and it'll go in deep to the Hilliard zone. Barber will try to reverse it. Missed hit there. Puts it in the corner, out in front. No shot. River down, over on top of the net. Shoemaker in front, can't get it. Back up top, shot, blocked away. Martin coming back down. 2-on-1. He's got Liam Stu with him. Stu puts it in front. Stu can't get a stick on it. Hit from him. To put it back in. Kimbleton.
Power play comes to a close here. Pretty synonymous with how Dayton's offense has been. It did not feel like a Dayton power play.
Martin will put up Francis, who's coming out of the box. Francis working around with it. Stu will come off the ice now as Kimbleton is battling for it. Kimbleton trying to find an open man in front. Baker goes one-on-one with Ferrari. Ferrari wins the battle. Putting it back in, delayed offside. Hilliard will get a chance to break it out. No pressure. Alexander coming up the other way. Playing it with his skate. Luke will send it in deep. Francis and Luke on it now in the corner. Luke steals it away. Back the other way. Francis trying to get in. Alexander has pressure on him as Baker tries to put it in. Wacknesser at the rule line. Coming out. Alexander puts it back up to Eric. Eric toe drags in. Eric in between his skates. He loses it. Comes back out. Delayed penalty upcoming to Dayton. Late hit on Joey Eric. And as one man leaves the penalty box, one man will enter.
Story of the game for Dayton. And they've got to move with some urgency here. 11 minutes to go. 4-1.
Baker will enter the box for the stealth. And a 5-on-4 power play here for the Wildcats. 11 minutes to go. 4-1 lead for the Wildcats. Martin sends it over to Riley. Riley up top. Over to Aaron in the slot. Puck is up in the air. And cleared away by the Dayton Stealth penalty kill members. Riley back on it to break it out. Sends it over to Martin. Martin will attempt to wheel it himself. Humphreys with it. Sends it back down low to Riley. Over to Martin. Stick on it to Eric. Eric breaking in the zone. Breaks to the middle. Into the slot. Takes a shot. And wrapping around the boards. Martin has it still. Keeps the line. Martin's good spin move from him. Puts it up top to Eric. Eric leaves it for Riley. Humphreys down low in front. Kimbleton trying to put it in deep. Pops out to Eric. Eric in front. Loses possession on the stick. 10 minutes left to go here in the third period. Martin circling. Fires a shot. No good there. 50 seconds to go on the power play. Humphreys puts it low to Kimbleton. Kimbleton working it from the corner. In front to Martin. A shot pad stopped by Reeves. Eric takes a shot off the pipe. No good there, and they will clear it down the ice. 30 seconds to go.
Very effective series for Hilliard there. Didn't get one to go, but a lot of high quality shots there.
Riley with a dangerous pass to Barber, but it works out in their favor. Barber bringing it back up the ice. Barber takes a quick shot way over the net there. Watkins, big hit there on him. Barber resetting the play at the top of the zone. Barber trying to send it across. Play will be blocked and them to be sent out there by the Stealth. Out of the box now are the Stealth, and working it back up is Wolf. Takes a shot, goes in the corner, comes out, pad stopped by Carmody, and it'll be sent into the crowd.
I know he didn't get one to go on that power play, but I thought it was very effective. Didn't let up on the net. And even if one doesn't go, it can still be a win on the power play. Kill a lot of time, didn't give Dayton any chance.
Might have been an old one. They can hear you.
Coming back out, and Carmody will cover on the draw. 8:50 to go here in the third period.
And Dayton's going to have to move very quickly if they want something to go here.
Francis on the draw. Wallen in the corner, centered out in front. Pass is no good. Francis now with it, regrouping in the zone. Wong battling with Francis. Francis gets it out. Slap shot from the point by Dayton. They're able to get it out. And here comes Francis back the other way, one-on-one. Slips it around him. Francis not able to get to the net though. And back the other way is the Stealth. Harris. Warren at the hit. Mason at the line, trying to send it out. Mason's hit, and glove save by Carmody.
A lot of late physicality coming in from both teams.
8 minutes to go.
4-1 with 8 minutes. Half is hard for Dayton. Hilliard looking at an undefeated season.
Stu coming out. Playoffs will start for the Wildcats on Friday as they will battle the lowest seeded team. Still waiting to hear back on that one. 8 minutes away from a perfect 12-0 regular season. Back the other way, Weckelser working it in, trying to go far side. Good save there from Carmody. Stealth and Luke working it in the corner. Clevenger coming across the blue, tries to put it in deep. For Stu will lose an edge there in the corner. Alexander up at the top. Alexander sends it over to Martin. Martin blocked in front. Stu, good pass over to Luke. A shot put over the head of Reeves. Luke almost able to steal it away in front. Delayed offside and enter the zone is Clevenger to put pressure on. Just out of reach of Luke as it's sent in deep. Alexander with it. Puts it over to Martin. Martin looking. Finds nothing immediately. Regains possession and sends it in deep.
Hilliard in complete control right now. Dayton's going to have to go a little more aggressive if they want anything to go.
7 minutes to go here in the third period. Eric sends it up for Luke, who will just put it back down. The safety, get into it, Martin. Good contact from both sides. Martin comes out with Flip pass over to Clevenger. Clevenger will send it in deep. Puts it on net. Reeves glove save. And an ice for the Stealth.
This feels like Hilliard's controlling every aspect of this game, the tempo, the shots, the penalties, all in Hilliard's favor.
6:20 to go here in the third period. 4-1 lead still for the Wildcats. Humphreys to take the draw as their top line comes back out.
Ref having a word. Looks like he's talking to not sure who that is, sorry.
The scorekeeper?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Might be a stat correction going on here. Good game.
Looking to sort things out. Not exactly sure what's going on.
Doesn't look like it'll affect the play. We're underway.
There it will face off loss there. But Humphreys trying to find Riley in front of the net. Riley not able to bang it home, and it'll leave the zone. Barber on it though. Quick regroup there. 6 minutes to go here. Error a good play around the Dayton defender. Putting the feet. Humphreys with it now. Humphreys. Good move with the stick. Dancing with it. Riley sending it back down. Low to Humphreys. Humphreys behind the net. Has Error in front. Some contact there. Offside, and Error will touch it. And 5:30 to go. 4-1 lead for Hilliard. They are looking good here.
Feels like we're playing this period in 3 times speed in comparison to the last two. Only 1 penalty so far, and maybe 2, sorry. Not a lot of stoppage happening.
In a quick period. 5:30 to go. Face-off will be lost by the Wildcats. Wong, though, with it. Intercepted, but they will call him over the line.
And Dayton needs to get off of the zone here fast. 5 minutes to go. They have barely been in offensive zone this period. Unfortunately, don't have a time on attack measure, but if we did, Hilliard would be smiling right now.
Good possession from them all day. Send it in deep. No icing. They'll call it a tip off the Hilliard defender. Wong with it, working behind the net. Breakout pass, looking for Brotherton. It'll be blocked and sent out of play.
There's in the first period, even when Dayton's in the zone, hasn't looked too great here.
They have not been able to get pretty much anything going in terms of offense this period.
Had the early goal in this game and hasn't made much sense.
Clevenger will send it over to Brotherton. Brotherton will put it in deep. Clevenger rushing onto the puck. Kimbleton, though, to assist. And attempt to break out. Wong will send it back in deep. Dayton now breaking it out. Baldwin with Shoemaker. Baldwin will lose his stick. Shot on, blocked by Wallen. Brotherton sends it around. Into the corner, battling for it. 2 forwards on it. Bad save by Carmody. Brotherton plays it out to Clevenger. Clevenger will keep it himself. And will attempt a toe drag between the legs. Nothing good there, but keeping possession. Battle on the near wall. Won by the Stealth. Back the other way. Really with no helping members. Put in deep. And Martin will attempt to break it out. Puts it out to Francis, who is intercepted by Harris, but no shot will come up of it. 3:50 to go now in the game. 4-1 lead still for the Wildcats. Put up top, chipped in front to Kimbleton, who is intercepted, and sent back deep in transition again. Alexander loses stick behind the net. Put out in front, centered. Watkins will break up the pass. Again, nothing there. Battling forward in the skates as Will Barney. Barney trying to get it out. Not a lot of action here as we leave. As we enter the late stage of the game, as Barney will catch a knee to the face. 3 minutes to go.
The ref looks tired of it.
Yeah.
Seems like he needs a break.
And Edmondson will head to the box. Another power play upcoming for Hilliard.
And that'll take us down to a minute once that power play ends. It's not looking easy for Dayton here. No one seems motivated on Dayton at this point in the game.
They're already looking for the Super Bowl parties.
Yeah.
3 minutes remain here in the game. 4-1 lead still for the Wildcats. Ferrari to take the draw. Won by Dayton. Brotherton will put it to the point for Clevenger, who sends it back down low to Brotherton. Brotherton working with it. Back up high to Clevenger. Clevenger sends it back down low again. Brotherton looking far side for Barber. Barber working it down low for Watkins, who sends it back up to Barber. Barber wires a shot blocked by the Dayton defender, and who sends it in deep.
That guy on Dayton looks motivated. Never mind. Just put his body on the line.
2:30 left to play in the game. 4-1 lead for Hilliard still. Weckesser sends it deep. Picked off by Ferrari. Ferrari, no help with him. Delays. Looking for Clevenger. He's got him. Clevenger walks the line. No good. As it's blocked by Wolf, who will send it in deep on Carmody, who stat pads himself. Whistle dead for a penalty upcoming on Barber, who will probably be in the box for mostly the rest of the game. He'll get out with 8 seconds left.
Oh, Dayton wants a miracle. They'll have to do it on their 1 minute of power play they'll have. Well, their goalie. That's the only path to anything for Dayton here. Game's all but over.
Barney and Luke head out for the penalty kill. Luke wins it over Barney. Barney breaking out of zone. He's going to rush it himself, loses possession. As he enters the zone, Luke will have it there for a second. Who is need? Barney, 4-on-4, working in the deep. And in the glove of Reeves, who will cover it. Minute 49 to go. Hilliard still leads 4-1.
Dayton doesn't really change anything the entire game, it feels like. Still struggling with penalties, still struggling with pressure, attack.
Face-off lost. Dayton will chip it in deep. Walling back in to recover. 30 seconds to go on the Dayton penalty. The minute 30 left in the game. Long will attempt to send it up. Battle on the wall. Pressel sends a shot on. Easy pad stop for Carmody. 10 seconds to go until a Dayton power play ensues. 1:10 on the clock. 4-1. Hilliard lead. Not even strength, but now a power play as Hilliard enters the kill.
They need to put some pressure on here.
Send in deep. Martin. 50 seconds remain in the game. Pass no good, and Stealth has pretty much run out of gas as Francis was stealed away in the corner. Francis trying to send it away. Stu coming out in the final seconds of this game. Kwong in deep with 30 seconds to play. Francis will send it out of harm's way, and 20 seconds to go in the game.
Big day for Hilliard. Not much to complain about if you're them. As the final seconds are going to tick down on the clock.
Long. Stu will have Last second chance here to get a goal. Plays it over to Barber. No shot there. And Hilliard, an undefeated season. 12-0. And we will see them on the playoffs on Friday night as they head in for their first round matchup.
Gotta feel happy. The biggest thing you can achieve in this league. Perfect season so far. Gotta look forward to the playoffs. Imagine they'll do well in there.
And 4-1, the handshake line as always. A denoting factor of this sports camaraderie. And your final score, 4-1. Hilliard Wildcats take the win. I mean, they pretty much just dictated pace the whole game. There was a portion of it in the first period where Dayton really was able to get stuff working there in their offensive zone. But after that, Hilliard really locked them down and not much available there for themselves.
Yeah, that's true. The first goal got a little scary at the beginning, but after that, really felt like Hilliard was playing this game on autopilot. Led in almost everything you can think of. A lot of smiles. Perfect season. What an accomplishment. Gotta look forward to the playoffs.
That's taking a bit more time on the ice. Maybe a little bit of argument between the two teams. Maybe we can see a little tunnel fight. Any final thoughts here?
Not much left to say. It was really the same story all game.
Just hit the stop.
Will do. The same story all game. Hilliard controlled it all. Dayton not doing much. Congrats on a perfect season for Hilliard.
Your final score, 4-1. Wildcats take the win over the Dayton Stealth in the final regular season game. And James Smurthwaite alongside Anthony Gould, we will send you out for a nice Super Bowl evening. As always, go Wildcats.